There is a rule in the Appalachian Mountains, a rule that every local knows by heart, but every tourist seems to forget. If you hear someone calling your name from the deep woods, no, you didn't. If you see a light flickering in a hollow where no house should be, no, you didn't. And for the love of God, if you feel the urge to whistle in the dark, don't. Welcome back to Nightmare Fuel. Today, we're diving into 3 true accounts from the oldest mountains in the world, places where the trees have ears and the shadows, well, the shadows have teeth. Let's get into it. Our first story comes from a hiker named Elias. He was trekking through the Blue Ridge section in North Carolina. It was late autumn, the kind of evening where the sun drops fast, leaving the world in a bruised purple haze. Elias was about 2 miles from his campsite when he heard it. "Elias, help me!" It was his mother's voice, sharp, clear, and dripping with pain. But there was one problem. His mother had passed away 3 years ago. Elias stopped dead, his heart hammered against his ribs like a trapped bird. The voice came again, closer this time, from a thicket of rhododendrons. "Elias, it's so cold. Please." His brain told him to run, but his legs were frozen. As he stared into the dark leaves, he saw something. Not a person, but a tall, pale figure, awkwardly folded between the branches. It had no face, just a smooth, skin-covered surface where features should be. And then it unhinged a jaw that was far too long, and in his mother's perfect voice, it whispered, "I see you." Elias didn't wait. He ran. He didn't stop until he reached the ranger station, lungs burning, soul crushed. To this day, he won't even look at a forest, because he knows something out there is still practicing his name. Whistling is a sign of joy, right? Not in the holler. In the Appalachians, whistling is an invitation, and you never know who or what is going to RSVP. Sarah was staying at her grandfather's old cabin in West Virginia. One night, sitting on the porch, she absent-mindedly whistled a tune. Her grandfather, a man of few words, nearly knocked her chair over, rushing to grab her. He dragged her inside, locked all 4 deadbolts, and pulled the heavy curtains shut. "Never," he breathed, his face pale. "Never whistle at the woods, Sarah. They'll think you're challenging them." That night, Sarah woke up to a sound that made her blood turn to ice. From just outside her bedroom window, someone was whistling her tune back to her, perfectly. But it wasn't human. The pitch was too high, vibrating the glass in the frames. Then came the scratching. Slow, deliberate claws dragging against the wood siding of the cabin. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Something was circling the house, whistling over and over, waiting for a crack in the door. She spent the night huddled in the bathtub with a shotgun, realizing that in these mountains, you are never, ever the apex predator. Our final story is the most chilling. An experienced hunter named Miller was tracking deer near the Kentucky border. Miller knew these woods like the back of his hand, but that day, the woods felt empty. No birds, no squirrels, just a heavy, suffocating silence. He found a set of tracks. They looked like deer hooves, but the stride was all wrong. The creature was walking on 2 legs. Miller followed them into a clearing, and that's when he saw it. A deer, or what looked like one. It was standing upright, its front legs elongated into twisted arms with human-like fingers. It was hunched over a carcass, but when it heard Miller's breath, it snapped its head around 180 degrees. Its eyes were glowing white, reflecting a light that didn't exist. Miller dropped his rifle. He couldn't move. The creature didn't attack, it just smiled, a mouth full of jagged, needle-like teeth. It stood there, watching him, as if it was savoring his fear. Miller backed away slowly, never turning his back. He made it out, but he left his rifle, his gear, and his sanity in that clearing. Some things in the Appalachians aren't meant to be seen, and if you do see them, they've already decided your fate. The Appalachian Mountains are beautiful, yes, but they are old. Older than bones. Older than the stars we see. So the next time you feel a chill on a warm night, or hear a familiar voice in the trees, don't look back. Just keep walking. If you enjoyed these stories, hit that like button and subscribe to Nightmare Fuel. We have plenty more nightmares to share. Tell us in the comments, what's the scariest thing you've ever seen in the woods? Until next time, try to get some sleep, if you can.